Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Saving Stuff with Stephanie. Of course, I am Stephanie, and you guys, this is my very first expense tracking video. So I will say this. I am very ignorant to this process. I don't completely know exactly what it entails. So if you see something that I do wrong, or if there's something that you want to suggest I change, feel free so put that in the comments, because I'm still new, still trying to get it right. But that is what we are going to be doing this evening. I just got off of work, so I wanted to go ahead and get this video done before tomorrow, because I do have another video that I have to do. So we will be doing our expense tracking and kind of seeing where we are for the week. So if that's something that piques your interest, stick around and stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back, and yes, we will be doing some expense tracking. I'm not completely sure on the ins and outs of it, but I am going to give it a try because I think it is beneficial. I've seen a few YouTubers, few budgeters do expense tracking, and it looks like they really had a handle on their money and where it was going and where it wasn't. So I figured I'd give it a try just to see if it's something that I wanted to incorporate into my own budget. So here we go. Just so everyone is aware of what we are working with, I get paid bi-weekly. So I got paid last week, so it's been a week since payday. And I wanted to track my expenses just to see if the money that I allocated for the budget did go to the places that I stated it would go. So this is just my paycheck budget. I'm hoping you guys can see this and everything is in frame. I only cashed up for my variable expenses, or my cash envelopes. A lot of people refer to them as that, and my sinking funds. So the amount that I did withdraw from my bank account to cash stuff was a total, let's see, $345 plus 76. It was actually $431 because there was an additional 10. Yes. Okay. So $431 was the amount I pulled out of the bank. So I did do my sinking funds, and mainly the things that I'm going to be tracking are my variable expenses, because those are things, of course, that do vary, and I just want to make sure that they're going where I want them to go. This last paycheck, I did change the grocery budget back to $150. Where it had previously been $140 because it just felt like it wasn't enough. So this week we'll see how the $150 did. So let's just start with what we spent the money on, and remember, this is just for a week. So the amount for grocery for 1 week is $150, plus the amount for gas for 1 week is $10, plus the amount for household is really supposed to be $10. But I did go ahead and spend the whole $20 because I already knew what I needed, and I got everything I needed. So the total that we will be tracking is $180, which is here. Okay, so the first thing, I'm hoping you guys can see that, is household. That's the first category I spent money out of on the 25th, which was payday. I went to Walgreens. I got Kleenex. It was 4 boxes, but I used my cash rewards and I only had to pay 29 cents. And that was a planned expense because it was out of the household budget. Also, let me make this known. I'm rounding all the amounts up because you guys know I'm doing the penny savings challenge. So any change that I get after I give them money goes directly into the penny savings challenge. So I'm rounding all of this up. So instead of 29 cents, we're just going to round it up to $1, because that's what 71 cents would have been in change, because, you know, and that would have went into my penny savings challenge. So let's start deducting these amounts from this amount. So we'll just say this was $1, so minus $1. Okay. The next thing we spent money on was grocery at Aldi. We spent $32.75, so let's just say $33. Okay, and it was budgeted for. We went to Dollar General and spent $3 from the grocery budget. Then we went to, or we were at Dollar General still, and instead of using the grocery budget, we did a separate transaction, which I do a lot of just to keep up with my envelopes. Spent $5 from the household budget, so -5. Okay, we went to Walmart and we spent from the grocery budget $54.08, so let's just say 55. And we also did a separate transaction for household items at Walmart for a total of $15.74, so let's just say 16. All right, we did get gas at the Chevron station for $10. Okay, so this particular envelope is a sinking fund. This is not a variable expense. We did have to spend from Zuri's extra events and activities. We actually spent $37.22. Zuri has a PACE project that's due every year at the end of the year. So we always have to spend, you know, some money to account for materials and things that are needed for her project. I'll put a little shot of her project from last year here somewhere. But everybody knows printer ink is very expensive, you guys. So I went to three different places to find this ink, and I finally found it at Target. But it was $37.22. So that will not come from the $180, being that came from a sinking fund, and that's what that SF means, if you guys can see that. So we won't be deducting that from this here, but that is something that did get spent from the sinking fund, Zuri's extra activities this week. So there's that. Miscellaneous. All right, guys, I'm so sorry my camera cut out, but we were on miscellaneous. We went to McDonald's on Saturday after the soccer game, but we won't be deducting the $6.99 spent from that amount or this amount because miscellaneous has its own sinking fund, so we won't be deducting from that, nor will we be deducting the Dollar Tree visit for more project materials, because that also came out of Zuri's extracurricular activities. But we will be deducting grocery from Aldi's. We spent $9.94, so let's round it up to 10, so -10. Lawn care, more gas for the mower, which will not come out of that $180 because there's a sinking fund for that. But while we were at the gas station, we did get candy. And that came out of the grocery budget, so -5. And Dollar General, we did go back and got $8 worth of grocery items, so -8. All right, I took $4 out of the grocery budget because there are 2 envelopes that are now considered fully funded for the month of May. Those 2 envelopes are Mother's Day and Ivan's birthday, so I am glad to have those fully funded. But yes, because I did see that there was a nice amount being left over for the week, I did go ahead and want to finish out those envelopes. So I did deduct 4 and also deducted 2. That's for Ivan. And then I did take, being that they were fully funded, the amounts in each of those to the bank, so I can purchase gifts or whatever I need to get for Mother's Day and for his birthday. So I'm glad to have that done. So as you guys can see, the total, we are actually finished. That's all we spent this week. And as you guys can see, the total amount we have left is $28. So there is some money here left over from the grocery budget. And I'll tell you guys why it's ones, because I had actually had a plan for this money. But let's just check and make sure it's $28 before we start talking about the plans. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So yes, $28 is the amount that was left over.
I don't want to toot my own horn, honey, but BB.
All right, so now that we have tracked our expenses, let's kind of look at each category to determine how much we spent for the week and whether we were over budget or under budget per that category, or if that category was even budgeted for. And I did highlight every category with a different color so we can kind of keep up with what is what. So first on the list is grocery, which is highlighted in yellow. So let's add up grocery. I kind of went ahead and did these. Okay, so just for the sake of showing you guys, let's go ahead and calculate it up. So grocery, we did $33 because we're rounding up. Dollar General, $3. Grocery at Walmart was $55. Aldi, $10. The gas station, $5. Dollar General, $8. And then the 4 and the 6 for fully funding those two categories. So the total amount that we spent in grocery for the week is $120. And that is amazing because normally I budget for $140 and I really be feeling like $140 quite doesn't get me where I feel I need to be. So either I just didn't buy as much grocery this week as I normally do, or I need to track my spending because maybe I'm not using all of my grocery budget on groceries. So this may be a good thing. So again, week 1 in grocery we spent $120. All right, so gas for week 1 we spent $10, and that is correct because that's here in the blue. And household is the last thing that the last main thing we're going to track is household, and we budgeted for $20, but we spent $22. So let's calculate the green. We're going to round Walgreens up to $1. Dollar General, $5. Walmart, $16. And that's it. So hope you guys can see the calculator. But $22 is the amount we spent in household. So we did go over in household by $2. So let's see. Miscellaneous. We did spend in miscellaneous at McDonald's. But I can do any categories that we did not spend in. Let me find mine. So any category that we did not spend any money in, we won't have to document. But lawn care, we did spend some money in lawn care. Let's see, lawn care is this color. And y'all, this is just gonna give me an excuse to buy more stuff. Like different color highlighters. I don't think that's the right color, but that's okay. So we did spend $3 this week in lawn care. Car maintenance, we didn't spend anything. Car registration. Phone, pest control. Medical, we didn't spend anything. Emergency fund, no. Valentine's Day, no. Mother's Day we did because we did fully fund Mother's Day, which was $100. And that's here. And Ivan's birthday, also fully funded, which was $50, and that is here. My sister's birthday is not here yet. My mom, my 2 daughters. We didn't put anything in back to school. Zuri's events and activities, we did spend money out of that sinking fund this week. It was a total of $48, as you can see here. And that is it. That is the total amount that we spent this week. So that totals up to be, I think this is actually more. It was $357 plus 3 because I hadn't added the lawn care, so it's really $360. So the amount I spent this week is $360. So yes, $28 is the amount that was left over because the plan for this money was to actually allocate it between 2 sinking funds, and that was miscellaneous, and I created a sinking fund for the penny savings challenge. I didn't create a sinking fund for it, but I was going to do a savings challenge game for those 2 envelopes, and that's why all of the ones. But we had a great surprise today, so let's just give you guys a brief synopsis of what that was. So I got a text today from my phone company. I changed my phone service in November of last year around Black Friday to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile had a running promotion $15 per month, and you know, you have to buy 3 months in advance. But if you buy 3 months, you get 3 months free. So it's like a buy one get one free. So I would spend $45 plus taxes and fees, which is about $55 for 6 months worth of phone service. And that was amazing. I was like, yes, definitely doing that, because my previous carrier, I was spending about $65 a month on phone service. So I changed my phone service over. Haven't had a phone bill for, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table, you guys. I haven't had a phone bill since November. I have a sinking fund, as you guys can see, for the phone bill. And because I'm thinking it's $15 a month, 15 times 3, because I'm doing it on a 3-month basis. 45 plus tax. So $50, give or take, should be sufficient for the phone bill. So I get a text message today, and it was like, well, you only have 1 month left before your plan needs to be renewed. You know, log in. So I logged in, and it said that my plan renewal amount was $120. And I was like, wait a minute, that is not at all what I was, you know, what I signed up for. So what I found out was, because I did the promotional 6 months, even though it was a buy one get one free, I signed up for a 6-month plan. Luckily, I can actually change this to a 3-month plan for the next go around. But instead of it being $15 a month, it'll be $25 a month, which is $75 for 3 months. So this amount, because it's paid for through May, in order for me to pay for it from May 30th through August 31st, $75 for 3 months would be what is needed. And since I'm only saving $50, I'm going to have to put an additional $20 plus in this envelope just to have enough to pay the actual phone bill. So I did have some great things I wanted to do with this money, but because I know I will be needing it for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and put this $28 in here. And of course, I'll finish out the icons with the next 2 pay periods. But I just want to make sure that there are no issues with the cell phone, and I can pay it when it's due. So that is what we'll be doing with the extra amount. But one thing I can say is I think I will be tracking my expenses going forward. I think when you track your expenses, you're less likely to spend money, because you're always writing down what you're spending, and you're seeing the amounts. And that may have been the reason that there's so much money left over, which is great. So if this is the reason, then I'm definitely doing this going forward. So I guess that kind of concludes this video, you guys. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to me rant and watching my first expense tracking video. Hopefully I did well. If you did like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, as well as the notification bell, so you're notified when I upload another video. And again, I do have another video coming up. I am very excited about doing my debt update for April, so you guys look out for that video. All right, guys, I am tired. I'm about to put this money up and go to bed. You guys have a great rest of the night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.